Hello, welcome to my channel. So today we have the next stage in the alchemical process. This is the Alchemy series. This is stage 3, separation. We've gone through stage 1 and 2. Stage 1 being calcination, where it's the dark night of the soul. Stage 2 then is dissolution, where we start to have an emotional catharsis, cleansing deep emotions. This stage is ruled by air. So this kind of is more based on thoughts. It's about the mental processes. It requires us to make huge, big, conscious choices and be raw and extremely honest with ourselves about what works and what doesn't, about what is hindering your progress, what is helping your progress. It takes, like I say, it takes honesty. It takes a good, long, hard look at what is helping you, what isn't. This is the stage where we have to make those big decisions. It sounds pretty, yes, it's big decisions, yes, but it's actually a welcome relief, is this aspect. It's kind of like, step 1 and step 2 is deep, very emotionally deep, very emotionally painful. But this stage, we begin to detach from our old character and we start to see things from a higher perspective. We start to begin to find stillness. In a physical manifestation, this will be where your nervous system begins to relax, your parasympathetic nervous system begins to settle, and we just have that calmer approach to things. Breathwork is a fantastic modality during this stage, the balancing of the masculine and feminine. We can do that with alternate nostril breathing, we can do it with box breathing. Breathwork is fundamental when it comes to balancing the nervous system. So that's dive into all types of, if you want to invigorate yourself, you could be inhaling for longer counts than your exhales, and if you want to relax, you could do it the opposite way around. So many different things that you could do. Like I said, there's tons of breath work out there. Lion's breath, where you look daft, sticking your tongue out and really roaring, really clearing that the lungs and getting it all out. Loads of different stuff that you could do. Okay, so once again, we'll be reading from Black Moon Lilith. We will take the energy of separation, what your higher self wants to know, what your lower self wants to know, recent past is stage 1 and 2, your advice, and then potential outcome, which takes us to stage 4, which is conjunction, where we start to make ourselves whole again. Interestingly, I had a really good think about your spirit animal for this one, and with it being air, the only thing I could, because it's still a cleansing process, the only thing I could comfortably sit with was frog medicine. So frog spirit animal. Frog cleanses the mind, body and soul, but in particular at this stage it's about the mind, cleansing the mind, getting out of that sort of overthinking thought processes, catastrophizing, those type of things. So let's get cracking. Separation, division and integration. Real and raw honesty with yourself is needed right now. When separation comes, it is the time for important decisions. When you go through internal growth, your external must also shift. The separation phase in alchemy is like finding the courage to let go of a draining contract, finally taking the next step in a project, or stopping harmful habits. This is accepting a new love into your life that may not be your typical type, but it's for your highest good. You've gained clarity, and now is the time to choose yourself first, cutting ties of discord. Those who are meant to come along on the ride will accept the new version of yourself that you are stepping into. This is the 3rd stage of the alchemical magnum opus that cleanses the soul through the mystical element of air and is associated with Mars, the planet of action. In esoteric symbolism and modern tarot, air is associated with swords, which actively cut and sever to effect change. In alchemy, separation is the cleansing of matter through the process of cutting or separating. After this stage, you are left with the parts of yourself that you want to keep and can continue with on your ascension path. While it can feel painful to let go, lightening the load is necessary for your healing journey. Your separation phase shadow work, writing, is a powerful form of inner work in alchemy. Take time to relax in a private space with a pen and journal. Separate the page into 2 columns labelled yes and no. Decide what actions, people, situations and thoughts are aligned with your inner self and add those to the yes column, and put what is not aligned in the no column. After, meditate on your thoughts. The answer to your question lies within. It's time to identify what in your life no longer aligns and what belongs in the new world you are creating. So they're perfect, journaling, breathwork, very air elements. They're both tick that box. But yeah, let's dive into the tarot. Let's do one more. So, separation. We have the Queen of Swords. She's still severing, and you're gaining more confidence. And it's all about boundaries as well at this stage. It's recognizing where you need to set solid boundaries. And sometimes that doesn't have to be with other people. It could be with yourself, But it's like the Queen of Swords is just getting more and more confident. You do. It's like when you go through that stage and you've kind of, the dark night, you've gone through that emotional catharsis, which starts healing the sacral chakra, which moves up to the solar plexus, which is then about confidence, willpower. When the solar plexus is in a solid form, boundaries come easy, very easy. And this is that confidence that's building up within you. So the Queen of Swords is here to continue the journey. Kalimar is still with you at this point. Doesn't matter if you don't connect with Kalimar, but an energetic force of nature that is helping you sever ties. Your higher self, yeah. Lower self. All swords so far. Recent past. Okay, interesting. Oh, I really hope the Devil or the Sun comes out. Your advice. And potential outcome. Wow. Okay, interesting. The Queen of Swords can be a therapist as well. This could be a perfect, it doesn't have to be an actual therapist. This could be just somebody that you can talk to. This is a stage where you get a chance to be vulnerable. But it means setting solid boundaries. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords, so we've got more swords. Six of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Devil, with the Chariot, the Two of Swords. So you're being Santa Claus here. You're making a list, checking it twice. And the reason why I say that is the two of, and look at that, we've got the frog of the Two of Swords. This is cleansing. Now, the cleansing of the Devil with the Chariot here is making two lists. And nothing to do with Capricorn or Cancer, but this is two opposites. We've got 10th house ruler, 4th house ruler. So this is, making that list, yes and no. Making that decision about something. This could be, there is a character that comes into your life that is very, very different than you at this stage. Very, very different. Chalk and cheese. So there could be some sort of, like it said in the Black Moon Lilith, it doesn't have to be romantic like it was mentioned in there, but this is somebody that comes in that's for your higher self as called in this person. So we've got the Queen of Swords. What we're aware of is the Nine of Swords. This is a stage where we're in our heads. We spoke about that already. Nine of Swords is mental anguish. It's anxiety. Sleep could be affected at this stage. It's possibly diving down the rabbit hole. Who knows? There's so many different... How interesting. I just said that and I thought I've seen that. And I just looked at the recent past where we've put together the two... step 1 and step 2, and it's the Four of Pentacles, and they're the foxes in the rabbit hole. So this could be a stage of getting curious, diving into these rabbit holes, recognizing where reality is very, very different than what we're brought up to believe and see. But the Four of Pentacles is the Sun in Capricorn, so the Sun meets the Devil, and that's where the Four of Pentacles in its traditional sense is the stuff that we're holding on to. And sometimes we're holding on to the Devil, and the Devil could be unhealthy habits. Those things that we, do, and those things that we know are no good for us, and they need to go in the no column, but we're hesitant because we're still, well, can't we take it with us? sit in meditation like the message said. You're gonna know. If it depletes your energy to a point where it affects you, it's time to get rid of it. If it doesn't deplete your energy and you're still full of vibrancy, it's fine. But be honest with yourself. That's the big thing here. Took me a long time with this process to let go of certain things. But it gets there. It's baby steps, and sometimes we can make that decision 7, 8, 9, 10 times. It doesn't matter. You will get to a stage where your body just won't let you. Your body will say to you, "Nah, I've had enough of this. This energy, this person's no good. We're done. This thing that we're consuming is no good. We're done." It will get to that point. So, don't worry about that. The lower self wants you to know the Ace of Swords. This is a stage of a breakthrough. I'm getting Ginkgo biloba. Now, Ginkgo biloba is a breakthrough. It's kind of like... I'll read the top. The dawn of a new mind, new ideas, visionary thinking, mental clarity and resilience. But it's also here for the reverse as well. And this is the big key thing during this stage of separation. Reversed, overthinking, clouded judgment, mental despair, weighed down by collective darkness. That's the difficult one. When you start seeing things from a higher perspective, when you start going down the rabbit hole and you see the collective darkness that's around us, it's like the Four of Pentacles. The sun highlights the devil. And that can be, well, for some it can be a scary process when you see things very, very clearly, when you see energy for what it truly is, and you see people's true colours. This is a big stage of that. There's also something here, there's something very protective about the polar bear, and the Queen of Swords. She can be quite cutting and she can still be reactive. I'm not getting at genders here, but in the hierarchy of the tarot, the king is above the queen, and it's just in how the kings have reached that stage of mastery. And like I said, no, don't get caught up in genders, but the queen's not quite mastered that yet. And there's something to remember during this stage, with air being our thought processes or emotional trigger responses. If we are reactive, we are still controlled by external forces. So this is that time where this will be poking the bear, literally poking the polar bear here. Somebody will be, not necessarily testing you, but this is where we recognize where we react. It could just be everyday occurrences where we would like blow a fuse on something, and now we're just like, seeing it from a higher perspective. Okay. Your advice is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is Venus in Cancer. It's the Empress meets the Chariot. This is a stage, it feels, to be fair, this feels like, I can't really remember. I suppose I can, in a sense. Did I? Yeah, I met some interesting people at this stage. So this is, this could be fated meetings, or, people that are coming in to match your vibrational frequency. And as advice, it's saying, if you're feeling despair, lonely and stuff like that at this stage, you will get your Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is just connection. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be beautiful romance. It's not, it's not ruled out in this stage. But the Two of Cups here is like this coming together. And I kind of see it in a sense as well. This is where Lord Ganesha comes in, I would say, with the elephants here. So Lord Ganesha is the god of new beginnings, but he's also the remover of obstacles. However, he also places obstacles in the way. So if we're ignoring something, if we're not looking at something that we clearly need to look at, obstacles will start appearing, and we can see what it is that we need to do. Your outcome, which moves you on to the next stage, is the Eight of Wands. This is where life starts getting quicker. This is where the people come into your life that can help expand you further. This is where you want to talk about this. This is where you want to... It's also about being vulnerable as well, because in a different deck, and it's not even a tarot deck, it's an oracle deck, the hawk appears and it's after a crow, and it's called exposed. You feel exposed a little bit because, you know, you're going through this raw aspect of self. So this is an element of feeling, you know, rather exposed at this stage. But life does take off. You know, the Eight of Wands is where we've separated the two elements, and then we're bringing them back in to make us whole in the next stage. Because when you break down the Eight of Wands, it is actually the two cards of alchemy. It's Mercury and Sagittarius. The Magician meets Temperance. Perfect. The next stage. So during this, like I said, there's breathwork's really important. There is, you know, Magician and the Temperance card in the future, especially with the Eight of Wands, which feels very much focused on energy healing, Reiki, pranic healing, meditation, sound healing, sound therapy, massage, journaling, nature therapy. There's tapping. Tapping's very, very positive and energetic helping. But yeah, this stage is a relief, still a lot of work, big conscious decisions, but ultimately it leads us to where we need to be, the next stage where we come together. It's like, I don't know who said this, I don't even know if it is known, but it's like, just as the alchemist separates the gross from the gold, so must we separate our negative beliefs and thoughts and patterns from our true essence. That's this stage, okay? So let's quickly check out where the sun is, because we've seen the devil. And we'll check out where the Magician and Temperance is. Temperance is with the Ten of Wands, and Temperance is the frog as well, with the Ace of Cups. So yeah, this is the stage where we start dropping the energetic burdens and we start opening our hearts to what is to come, which is beautiful, beautiful energies. The sun is with the Hermit and the Six of Wands. So the sun is here just to remind you that all answers are within and success will be achieved. Where's the Magician? Magician, yeah, typical. A Magician is just saying you're exactly where you should be right now. The Death card, which is that process of death and rebirth, and it's with the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is the energy of overthinking, stuck in your head. This is a process of getting out of your head. And the Eight of Swords is also Jupiter in Gemini, where the Wheel of Fortune meets the lovers. Fated meetings during this stage as well. Last card, the Ten of Pentacles. You will reach your gold. Okay, beautiful. So let's take a quick, what should we do? Should we do a spirit card? If it can grab it without wrecking the place. I knew it. It was in my head, and I didn't say anything. I went with the Lord Ganesha, but we have Elephant Spirit. Okay, Elephant Spirit is empathy, altruism, and community. I am powerful, wise, and caring. I remember who I am. Elephant Spirit is the energy to guide us through challenges with ease, especially when we don't know the way very far ahead. The heart of Elephant Spirit knows and trusts the connection of all things, and that following our hearts will always lead us to the right path. For Elephant Spirit, this means also caring for others along the way. There's that Two of Cups. Embrace a more powerful and prominent leadership role in all areas of your life. This includes personal relationships, career, and community. Elephant Spirit medicine means leading with the wisdom of your heart. If you're feeling stuck or blocked in any area of your life, follow the heart of Elephant Spirit. The heart has its own wisdom and power, deeper and farther reaching than the logical mind. So that's a perfect way to end this, because this is the stage where you've actually got to obviously there's going to be decisions in life where you have to be logical, but this is the stage where you need to be more heart-based than logic. You need to get out of your head and into your heart. Okay? See you soon. Bye. See you in the next one, should I say? Bye.